This vlog is gonna be wild. I'm scared I'm going to be flagged for this vlog. Hello friends and enemies, welcome to day 19 of Writemas, aka Vlogmas writing edition. For once, I'm not looking like a gremlin, even though I'm wearing one of my onesies, because I went to an event tonight and I came home really early. The event was from 6 to 9, but like there wasn't really anything to do past like 7 o'clock. By the time I'm recording this, it's like 10 p.m. Like I literally had enough time to like go through the whole experience. I went through it twice, go through the entire experience twice, go pick up some stuff from Sephora, get some onigiri, and then go home. But it's fine, I got some footage. I got some nice photos of me, which I need more of because as you've probably seen from my vlogs, if you've been watching long enough, I'm mostly a gremlin like 99% of the time. Anyways, enough chit chat about like being sociable and doing in real life things. Let's talk about writing. Right now, for the total month of December, I have written 31,646 words. That means I roughly have a little bit under 20,000 words left to write. According to Scrivener, I have 14 days left to achieve that, and my current session target is 2,402 words. I think that's pretty doable. I think we should be able to hit that today. Because yesterday we left off just like hemming and hawing about the first like spicy scene of the book. Because I felt like I didn't have enough of a lead up into it that I kind of just like put it in there just to like put it in there. And I do. I want this to be a very spicy book. It's supposed to be a spicy book. But like you gotta have a little foreplay with it. You can't just like jump right into the act. Whether that's fictional or in real life, please don't just jump into the act. Do a little foreplay. Please, my gosh. Little makeout or something, please. Let's get into this first writing sprint and figure what the heck is going on. Hello, it is currently 10:18. I just finished up my writing sprint and I have written negative 308 words. Okay, I had deleted a part that I had directly copied and pasted from the previous draft into this draft. And I realized that it didn't make sense. We're just taking out some bits, but like we're working on it. We are in fact getting some words on the paper. I just had to clean up some bits. Also, I changed one of the flashback scenes because I had it set during like one academic term that they were together. And then I was like, wait, I could actually switch this to like another year they were in school together and it will still make sense, like timeline wise and also just like thematic wise, because I'm real excited about what the chapter after this spicy one's gonna be. The fact that I'm excited about every scene but this spicy scene is just a lot of work. Okay, a lot of things go into a spicy scene. Not only do you have to think about the choreography, you also have to think about everyone's feelings, but also choreography really trips you up because you have to think about body parts and everything. As a dancer who is a very hands-on learner, I don't have any way to like test these out, especially in like my other project. There's a huge height difference between the two main characters. So I'm like, I don't know if any of these things are physically possible, but we're just gonna throw it on the page. This one, they don't have much of a height difference. I haven't actually figured out how tall they are. They're both Filipino, so I don't think they're gonna be that tall. He's like automatically gonna be a short king. I don't think he's any taller than 5'9". I might make her like 5'3", maybe 5'4". I don't know. I'm 5'2" and I'm the second tallest in my family. The tallest being my dad, and he's only 5'3". So see, there's just a lot of things that have to be taken into account for a spicy scene. I am gonna go on a writing break, figure out what I want to write next, and then catch y'all after the next writing sprint. Hello, it is 10:47. I just finished up a writing sprint and I have written negative 58 words. Progress. We're making progress. I'm adding things now this time. I'm adding things. I'm not deleting anything. I have to watch back the time lapse. I'm probably making like the most ridiculous faces right now. In addition to my writing playlist, I am also watching my friend stream on Twitch. That's what my phone is doing right now. I don't even know how to describe what's going on because I'm like half listening to my friend's stream. Elizabeth Marchini, Forbes 30 under 30. Let's go, Kelly. I'm also trying to type and I'm also listening to my writing playlist. So technically I should be overstimulated, but I'm not. I keep getting distracted by what's going on in her stream. I'll drop her Twitch handle in the caption because you should watch her stream. She's really great and she's really funny. But in terms of my writing, I don't even remember what happened at the beginning of this sprint. I think I was just so focused on the stream and then going back to my writing. I am making progress. We are in the middle of the spicy scene. This is gonna be really wild just to like watch me in real time write this scene because it's a lot. Also, song from the scene. I've decided on a song. Zayn really does have a lot of songs that I think would fit this couple, and I think that's beautiful. I think that's a beautiful thing. If you're in Z Squad or whatever his fandom name is, please don't hate me. I don't know how to say this out loud. TIO? Take It Off? It's from Mind of Mine. It's from his first album. But that's what I'm playing on repeat right now. I wouldn't say it's so much like score. Like the vibes are there. The vibes are there. I added Like I Would, I added Sweat, I added Let Me. I think Let Me is a really good song for the couple. It's like a good balance of like sexy and sweet and everything, which I think is very much them. I did mention that they're both spies. I don't think I've ever specified that the male main character is a raven, but I guess like the PG definition is that he seduces his targets for like intel and or blackmailing, and essentially this mission is a honey trap mission. So like part of me is like, oh, this is like his everyday job, but like when it's for the one he's been in love with for like years, like, oh honey, it's not an act. It's not an act with you, despite how much you want to deny it. This is why he's having spicy time with you and not the targets, which I think is also just like very confusing for her. So this is where we're at, like in terms of the emotional arc of the story. I am going to take a little break, watch a little bit more of Liz's stream, and then get back into my writing. So I will see y'all after this next writing sprint, where I hopefully have a positive word count. Hello, it is currently 11:23. I just finished up a writing sprint and now I have written for the entire night 221 words. I told you we were going to have a positive word count after this sprint. I told y'all. I am really getting into this writing sprint, which is probably going to be really apparent when I watch back the time-lapse video. There were several moments where I was trying to do the motion. Doing choreography for this, like fight choreography and spicy scene choreography are two sides of the same coin. Again, Aphrodite and Aries. And like I'm a dancer who is a very hands-on learner. Like I have to do the thing myself. So I'm just like trying to figure out positions. What's happening is basically the female main character is like sitting somewhere. So I'm like trying to figure it out too. Like how she would be sitting and what he would be doing. This vlog is gonna be wild. I'm scared I'm going to be flagged for this vlog. So if you don't see a day 19, that's why. If it doesn't get flagged, huzzah for spicy scenes. I had a few moments here and there where I remembered like a spicy scene from I think like the first draft of this project. It was vastly different, and I'm like, can I add this here at any point? Ooh, I probably could, because I'm trying to remember what the original context of that spicy scene was and what the lead up was into that. It might work. I might have. I started thinking of a different spicy scene. I might combine them in a way. We're gonna see. I'm gonna make a little note. Let me make that note right now so I don't forget, because I'm gonna be real bad if I forget. Oh my gosh, this is wild. I'm just having a lot of revelations. This is why we don't delete any drafts, any thing that we delete. It doesn't go in the trash bin. You just put it in another folder somewhere. Okay, I'm going to take my break to figure this out and to put in the stuff that I actually want to focus on. And then I will go into sprinting and then I will see y'all afterwards. Hello, it is 11:58. I just finished up a writing sprint and I have written in total for tonight 645 words. We're like slowly but surely getting there. I'm like very much in the zone. I definitely want someone to like beta read this, like seriously, not just like being a weirdo about it, because like I'm trying to figure out the pacing. I think she's just really turned on by him right now, because I'm like, is this going too fast? Is she just sensitive? Like that's as much as I'm gonna try to say without getting flagged. But I think we're doing pretty well. I think I want to do one more writing sprint because I feel I have it in me to do one more. So I think I'm gonna do that. And I've already like written up notes. The stuff that I had like written notes about, that's gonna be for next chapter, but I don't think I'm gonna get to it tonight because I really want to finish this scene first, because I think it's gonna determine kind of how the next chapter plays out. Obviously that makes sense. I'm sorry, the new Winter Ahead trio version just dropped. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna watch this new visualizer for Winter Ahead, and then I'm gonna go into my writing sprint and I'll see you right afterwards. Hello, it is 12:35 a.m. I just finished up a writing sprint, and for the entire night, I have written 913 words. I decided to skip around and not finish the spicy scene, which is very life imitates art, because in the scene, he is edging her, and I am also edging myself with this scene. I did write the last few lines of the chapter because I already knew how I wanted it to end. It was like, we're gonna just slap that in right there, and then we're gonna move on to the next thing. Because I knew how I wanted the next chapter to begin, and I knew what flashback I wanted to use for the beginning of that chapter. So it's like everything but the spicy scene. But we did start that. We did start the spicy scene. I knew I was like teasing up to it for the past few vlogs, but we actually did write it. I really thought we were gonna meet the session target for tonight, but it was just not in our favor. It was just not in our favor. We did make progress, even if we deleted some words, and I feel like we already have like a pretty solid game plan for tomorrow. So on that note, I think I'm gonna go to bed. It wasn't the most productive writing session, but we made some progress. Like, I think once I figure out how I want this spicy scene to go, it should be smooth sailing. That's what I'm gonna keep telling myself, and that's how I'm gonna power through this. Thank you for joining me in my writing and my yapping. Stay safe, stay warm, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!